and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. My name is Wolverine, and in the previous episode we took on a lot of side quests, and we even finished one. We found a bug that was eating things and making a nest out of them. And now we're here. I suppose we need to say hello to these people. Hello again, Drac. How are you finding it back on civilized society?
Ryder, can you believe this place?
One space station, slightly dented?
You should have seen it a year ago. It was more than just dented. Anyway, thanks for bringing me on. Tan can't kick me off the station now, and it's been nice seeing my granddaughter again.
That's sweet.
You really did miss her while you were gone, huh?
I really did. Cash can handle herself just fine, but it's still good to be nearby, just in case.
Pathfinder, thanks for helping Raj and Zara find Atkins.
I've forgotten who Atkins was.
Good job on the outpost. Maybe Addison will let you know.
Doubt it.
What do you mean?
She's been pretty upset about not having an initiative outpost established yet. Understandable, if you ask me. I'm just glad she's got work to focus on now.
Indeed. Bye.
Nothing more for now.
Later.
That's a very loud noise. Right, okay. Stop messing around. Addison.
No, it isn't what we wanted, but what choice do we have? How the hell should I know? Spender, you have a job. If you want to keep it, do it.
You are
Damn it.
least favourite person. What's going on?
You've shaken things up, Commander. My department actually has colonial affairs to direct.
I don't hear
And we have
gratitude.
new tools to help grow the initiative. AVP, ready for spending.
What is?
Sam said there was new functionality to discuss.
It's how the initiative was designed to support the Pathfinder. You and your team are out there making Andromeda viable. That empowers all of us. Hit a threshold. A new cryo group can be brought out. Want more focus on research, like on prodromos? That's your call. Brecker will introduce the interface and handle minutiae. All you need to do is decide what life in Andromeda means. No pressure.
Yeah. I wasn't stood that close to you, I'm sure of it. Who are you? Vladimir she was just speaking about you.
Hello, Pathfinder. I am Cryo Deployment Administrator Vladimir Breca, C-63 Galati. Your first task is to decide irrevocably the course of every life in the initiative.
Whoa, that seems like too much.
Yes, of course. But now you respect what we're doing. Andromeda viability and Nexus thresholds are your tools, your reward, and our future. How can I help?
Explain what any of these things are, but start with the people.
So I decide what groups to wake up. Won't everyone be out eventually?
Absolutely. But there's an order to things, a lines of support. You can't deploy an omelet without first deploying eggs, and eggs won't get you steak. Except it's people, and how all our lives begin.
This reminds me of a story in Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide series where there was a colonization effort and there's like 3 layers of society. You've got your lower level workers who do like mineral extraction and farming and all that very important stuff. And you got your higher level people who are like administrators and royalty and the like, who don't do any physical work whatsoever. And then the middle group, which is where we join the story, and you've got people like hairdressers and what was the term? Telephone booth cleaners. And ultimately it arose that the society decided that they weren't worth keeping, so they sent them off into space because they didn't trust them to look after their own interests. And they all had wonderful hair and very clean postboxes and such. But ultimately that society failed because of not having this portion of the society in place. And it was a very funny little thing. And if you're a hairdresser, it makes you feel better about yourself. God, hairdressers are important. I can't stress that enough. It's year 2020. The haircut of 2020 was not a haircut. It was a mess. Anyway, what's this other stuff? Thresholds.
How are you measuring thresholds?
It's based on resource estimates and general stability, a metric of acceptable scope and risk. The more you achieve, the greater capacity we can accommodate, the more the initiative can do for you. Simplest explanation, the more you do, the more room we have to grow.
We need breathing room.
What's the rundown on AVP?
Much of the preparation in the Milky Way was determining how to measure success. Thresholds are about capacity, but this is about cost, what we can actually afford to support. Points aren't the most elegant system, but it makes it clear. The more you earn, the more we can deploy.
All right, Brekka. Where do I start?
The interface is active and will respond only to a Pathfinder. It's ready for your first selection.
Oh, I have points to spend already.
Shaping the initiative at your leisure.
Okay, no pressure. What should I do? Don't jump on the console, douchebag. 1 cryopod points available. Science, military, or commerce. No rewards to collect. Okie dokie. So if you look in the top right, I need 298 AVP to get Nexus level 2. Right. So I can unlock either of these things, any of those things, or some of these things. And which one do I want first? Ultimately, I think you can afford to unlock them all, but the order in which you do it apparently has some effect on the world at large. So we've already got a science-based colony underway. So lab technicians, I think we're alright. Mining operations. I have seen a few mining spots. That might be a good thing to have early on to get resources in to pay for other things later. Yes? Okay, good. We'll have that. Miners, you are free! Rewards! Minerals delivery. That was quick. They don't mess around, do they? Right. 0 points available. Magnesium, silicon, and platinum. They really don't mess around, do they? Okay, let's go. Done here.
Do you have just a minute?
Ah, you the other journalist. Let's get myself in the light here.
Ryder, isn't it? Kerry Tavessa, freelance vidmaker. This is Hakim, my producer. I could use your help.
What are you looking for?
Director Tans asked for an uplifting documentary on the initiative. Translation, paint rainbows over our problems. But our problems are history. People deserve the truth, not propaganda.
That's very noble of you. Oh, yes, romance option, of course. Right, yes, that is very noble of
It
you.
takes integrity to record the truth and nothing but.
Well, I do my best. And you could help me out. The heart of my documentary will be an interview series. I was hoping you'd take part. I want the dirt and blood of our story, not the convenient fairy tale Tan's looking for. Interested?
Does this mean every time I walk past a poster it'll say I'm Commander Shepard and I approve this message? Because that never gets old. Will you piss off Tan? Yeah, go on, I'll help.
Okay, interview away.
Let's start at home. 14 months and the Nexus still isn't finished. Arcs are missing, we have people in exile. By any standard, this wasn't the plan. Our leadership describes these as anticipated issues. Would you agree?
We're pioneers. Weird stuff like this can happen, so...
All expeditions have to deal with supplies, enemies, or hell, just getting lost. We'll deal with all of them. We just need time.
Tan will love that. But if that's your take, that's what goes in. Bandwidth means I'm transmitting in short bursts, so that's all for now.
Wow.
But you can bet I'll have more questions later.
Bandwidth is terrible in the
Great.
future.
I'll get to work editing.
Yeah, I don't like agreeing with Tan automatically, but the thing is here that kind of frontier ship work is it's an idea that hasn't been tried for centuries. So people easily forget how difficult it can be and how weird things can get in the way of them. So I'm happy to admit that they will happen. Main quest.
Hello. Director Tan is expecting you.
Oh, hello.
Last time I was here, this was a storage closet.
Pathfinder Hall just needed a Pathfinder to open.
We're still getting the commons area ready. Hydroponics is only at partial capacity.
Not good enough.
We don't have enough people. My workers need a break, Tan.
I sympathize, but not until our survival is no longer at risk. Now please excuse me while I meet with our Pathfinder. Hey Ryder, Addison told me about the outpost. You're the hero of the hour.
Yes, I am. A lot of work left to do.
Let's hold off on the celebration. We haven't found home yet.
Oh, there's no need for modesty. Success affords leverage over those who doubted you.
And you're my best friend?
A patron. One who shares your vision of a prosperous future.
Go on then.
I suppose we agree on that much.
I knew that given a chance, your talents would emerge. Deciphering the vault, alien terraforming. It's not how we imagined all this, but a good Pathfinder improvises. And a great one hangs it on the wall.
What? Of course. You were waiting to do that,
Yours
weren't
are
you?
the first trophies to grace Pathfinder Hall. You're a symbol now, Ryder. A reason for people to believe.
It wasn't just me.
It wouldn't have been possible without my crew. They're a talented bunch.
But you're their beacon.
Careful, he'll end up adopting you, Ryder.
Hello.
Ah, my staff.
Colleagues, you wouldn't be looking to cut us out, would you, Tan?
I remind you, I am the director of the initiative.
You're the,
Acting director.
yeah, you're the 8th in line. Let's all work together.
This isn't the time for arguing over who gets to be king. Too much is at stake. We should be cooperating.
That's what I've been saying since we arrived.
Then I look forward to winning our Pathfinder support.
I have concerns about your decision on Eos, Ryder. An outpost full of scientists won't do as much good if the Kett attack.
But it will help support the Nexus. Improved research could help feed our people.
And we could argue about it all day long, as we always do. The decision was made. Now we move on. What is your plan for moving on, Ryder?
We have a lead on the terraforming network. I need to take the Tempest deeper into the sector to investigate. If the other Golden Worlds are where they should be, this could get us closer to them.
Careful. The Kett are scouring the cluster for remnant technology. You'll end up in a fight, for sure. You might also run into exiles. They didn't leave the Nexus on good terms.
And we still need more outposts. They're important to expanding the station.
Though with Ark still missing, this could be a chance for Ryder to search for them. Yes, I think that's best. You have my permission.
Permission? Oh, I suppose it's not my ship, it's yours, so... Thanks, he
Thank
says.
you, Director. I'll get on it.
May you light the torch that finds the path. Pathfinder.
I'm glad that sounded as bad in his ears as it did in mine. What's this?
Ryder, this is Harry, back on the Ark.
Huh?
Go ahead.
We may have found a way to talk to your sister, sort of. Drop by when you can. Hyperion Medbay.
Will do.
That's weird.
A reminder, you have AVP outstanding.
Oh.
Right. Have to talk to Addison's assistant about viability perks. Sounds useful.
I thought we'd already done that. Have we got more? Memorial. With solemn pride, we remember those who give their lives in service of exploration and discovery. Oh, I thought it was memorial to my dad. Oh well. Planetary Hollow. Eos, 76% viable. And 4 unknown planets. That's just more explanation. of how the system's working. What's up?
Whole mood of the Nexus has changed since EOS. You really can feel it. New outpost, a Pathfinder's help, people waking up. It's a fresh start.
Now to get to good work.
Can't relax yet. The initiative still has a lot of promises to keep.
And that's on us. But it's damn good to know we're on the right track.
Ooh, little model ships. These are not to scale. This is I think it's a big destroyer from the, what are they called? Taurians. And this is the Normandy, number 2, which was in Mass Effect 2 and 3. And this is I'm sure that's a shuttle. Anyway, let's read about this one. Model of the Ravuna, early Taurian starship, first to travel beyond the mass relay. Huh. Secretly acquired blueprints of the SSV Normandy SR2, a stealth frigate based on designs co-developed by Systems Alliance and Taurian Hierarchy. Yeah. It's kind of actually it's a knockoff. The SR2 was a bigger, badder version of the SR1, but it was made by an independent company called Cerberus, who turned into evil maniacs. ESAV Majretti, humanity's first crewed ion engine starship, built using technology proven by the ESA Smart 1 probe in 2003 CE. Ah, right, there you go, ion engines, right. So the Smart 1 probe is an actual probe that I believe is still in space at the moment, and it was launched in 2003, and it had an ion drive, which sounds like Star Trek, Star Wars territory, but it actually only works in microgravity in space because the relative amount of force it put out is about the same as a stamp falling on a table. It's nothing. But when you're up against even more nothing, it's enough to move you. So this was obviously something powerful enough to move quite large. So it's not a shuttle. It's too bad you can't see it properly with this crappy low definition hologram. Probably deliberate. It left some reading material out. What's it say? Notable European interplanetary missions. Donated to the Andromeda Initiative Historical Records Council. All dates are in Common Era, so that's what CE means, rather than AD. 85 to 92, Giotto. First ESA Deep Space mission. First ESA mission to intercept an asteroid. Haley and Griggs Gellerup. I always thought Rosetta was the first one to land. And, well, it didn't land, it orbited and dropped a little thing that landed, sort of. 1990, launch of the Hubble Space Telescope, still remember that, and it was a bit blind. And they fixed it. 92, Ulysses, first ESA mission to Sol, first polar orbit around Sol. So that's an orbit that goes around the top and bottom of the planet, the Sun. Surprisingly difficult to get to the Sun. You think you just wait out in space and get pulled in, but you just end up getting shot out the other side or burnt to a crisp. Right, Huygens, first ESA mission to Titan, Saturn moon. Now that was the little pod thing that was attached to, what was it called? The Cassini telescope mission thing, which was to explore the entire Saturnian system. And somebody said, can we please have this Huygens probe attached to visit Titan, because I think it's really interesting. Like, go on then, fine. And when they did drop the probe and look at the data, it's like, it has oceans and weather systems and rivers. Well done. So some very important learning that there are such things as oceans and rivers on other planets other than Earth. It was a mission of first. 2003, Mars Express, first ESA mission to Mars. Still alive as far as I'm aware. Smart 1, mission to Luna, so that was the Ion probe we just heard about. Luna being the astronomical term for the moon. Rosetta, there we go. I ordered an asteroid. The one that looked like a rubber duck, and we were like face palming when we actually got the close-up view. It's like, oh my god, this is a serious scientific mission, but it looks like a rubber duck in space. 2006, Venus Express, first mission to Venus. The Russians did a lot of Venus work in the 70s, possibly even the 60s. And they were very determined. They did really good science there. But it's so hard. I mean, getting to Mars is hard, but Venus just kills everything that goes near it. Also in 2006, Huygens landed on Titan, as I said. Rosetta, first artificial probe to make a soft landing in an asteroid. Yeah, it took 10 years to get there. I mean, comets do go around the place a bit. They're hard to catch up with. ExoMars, first ESA probe landing on Mars. Contact lost. Wah. Yeah, so the other Mars one, the Mars Express, is an orbital thing, and as far as I'm aware, it's still there. I think it features in the film The Martian as part of the communication system. Bepi Colombo, first ESA mission to Mercury. Yep, they found ice, of all things, on the planet nearest the sun. Sorry if you can hear the guinea pigs, they get a bit excited sometimes for no apparent reason. And JUICE, first ESA mission to the Jupiter system. Not as exciting as Juno, though. Oh wait, that's in the future. Ha! Well done. Well done, Mass Effect. You pushed things ahead. I think JUICE has been pushed back due to the unforeseen global pandemic, but it's still on the cards. Juno's not got a mention here, but that's a NASA one, so it's not an ESA one. There you go. More space history and future history. So, are you liking your new desk?
A year to think about it.
It's the Scourge, Director Tan. Its origin defies all known explanation.
How? We brought all that equipment along.
And the Tempest's readings are helping, but we've just scratched the surface.
The history of the initiative cannot show that we were defeated by a space cloud.
Some things are bigger than we are.
I will not accept that excuse. This is science, and your merry band over there are scientists, aren't they? Figure it out.
All the good leaders are really dead, aren't they?
Ryder, you're off to a promising start. I meant what I said. You are a symbol now of hope that things will get better. Though I worry about this terraforming network. What do we really know about it?
It's like nothing we've ever seen. It's clear somebody had big plans for this cluster.
But who?
Not sure yet, but at least we're on the trail.
Did you have some other business?
Ah yes, Nilken.
Director, I checked out that murder. Nilken didn't do it, but there's proof that he meant to.
This is unfortunate. We're trying to give the people a sense of stability, leadership they think they can count on. And we're setting precedent for justice here in Andromeda. Now this, a convicted murderer who didn't commit the murder.
Justice is never straightforward. I have been on an actual jury once.
These things are almost never black and white.
I know.
Did we leave all the lawyers behind?
Evidence and uphold the conviction, we're banishing a man for a crime he technically didn't commit. If we throw the conviction out, we're freeing a man who tried to take matters into his own hands, then covered it up. Your investigation complicated this. You should take responsibility for the outcome. Do we still exile him for murder?
I think we don't have any lawyers. I think we set off without any lawyers or law system whatsoever. It reminds me of that Simpsons scene when Lionel Hutz says to Lisa, "Can you imagine a world without lawyers?" And he has this little dream image, and it's a lot of people holding hands and a rainbow over the top. And he goes, yeah, we can't release him because he's clearly a dangerous person. So get him off the station. He's a douchebag.
He intended to kill the chief. He pulled the trigger. Believed he'd done it. Banish him.
Agreed. Sometimes we must rule with our hearts. I hope my conscience will be as clear as yours seems to be. Well,
What
least we'll have
the hell was that?
business behind us.
There we go. Oh, he has a view of anything, actually. Operations. It's a very blurry window. Indeed. I'm not sure who she's talking to. That thing's still sparking. Has nobody fixed that? That's going to catch fire, you know. You don't speak, do you? No. Okay, bye. Right. Guess we're off to do some investigating. Ah, does this have an information about EOS now?
Welcome back, Pathfinder. As personnel transfer to EOS, be sure every colonist has their survival kit and appropriate medical data. Please select a topic.
Viability status.
With a major outpost founded, the planet EOS is now reclassified as viable for habitation.
Oh, I thought there was more. Bye. Do I have... Really? Oh, it's not that way. Right, we're out of here and we're going... Oh wait, our sister's sort of awake. We need to go and deal with that, I suppose. So, Cryo Bay, I think. Apparently we can...
Security tightens across all sectors of the Nexus. Director Tan stresses that it's, quote, for your safety.
Incompetent leadership is a dangerous thing. Also, why... I mean, there should be more than one journalist, but why are there two journalists, both speaking to me? I suppose I am fairly important, not to big myself up too much.
Once we gather a few more colonists, we'll be taking you over to the Nexus. You'll need to clear immigration. Some kind of emergency when we arrive?
This is not good. Damned exiles.
What's up?
Oi, Pathfinder. Today has not been a good day.
Really?
Why is that?
A large shipment of medical supplies intended for Prodromos was intercepted by those damned exiles.
Oh no.
Scouts confirmed they've divvied the supplies up among their own outposts.
I'll look into it.
I'll see what I can do about reclaiming them.
That would be great. Thanks. Maybe when you come across them assholes, you can rectify all this.
I'm not going to kill everybody I meet. They are exiles. They're our responsibility. They're there because of us. Right, what's this about her talking?
Harry, what's happening with Sarah?
Well, we got her out of the pod. I don't want to get your hopes up, but Sam managed to, find her, you might say.
I don't follow.
Well, she's still in a coma. But she also has an implant like yours, and Sam managed to access it. He's made contact.
What?
I wouldn't think that's even possible.
You and me both, but Sam, well, I guess supercomputers have a different view of things.
They're in a coma. Sarah's mental processes remain intact.
So, is she okay?
You can ask her yourself. A moment while I establish a link with her implant.
You and I have different definitions of a... Ooh.
Proceed.
Coma.
Sarah? Can you hear me?
Is that you, little brother? What's happening? Where am I?
There was a problem with your stasis pod. You're in a coma on the Hyperion. Do you understand?
I think so. Am I dreaming?
Sam linked into your implant, but they say you're stable. You're safe and sound in the medbay.
This is so weird. I hear you, but I can't feel anything. Where's Dad? Is he doing okay?
I'll tell her when she's awake.
He's away on a mission right now. I know he's worried about you, though.
Yeah, I know Dad. He probably said, She'll live. I went off to go study some new form of algae.
It wasn't like that. He cares.
How many times has he yelled at you so far?
Oh, the usual.
Well, when he gets back, tell him he needs to stop picking on my little brother. What's home like? Is Habitat 7 as beautiful as they promised?
Okay, I'm not going to lie to you about that. It's a hellhole.
There's been some complications. The Golden Worlds didn't exactly deliver.
Damn. Well, we knew it could get rough. Dad will find us a place to live.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
And I should be there helping you guys do it.
You'll be here soon enough. Not really.
We're never one to quit, Sarah. A little nap won't hold you back.
Hell no, it won't. As soon as I'm up, I'm helping you and Dad find home.
You got it.
And then...
Oh.
What happened?
The connection was only temporary. Her condition remains stable.
Sorry, it seemed better than nothing. I'll keep you posted, promise.
Thanks, Harry.
Ah! Oh, it's Lexi, or whatever she's called. Right, okay. Right, we'll call it a day there, folks. If you have been, thank you for watching. I've been Wolverine. This has been Mass Effect Andromeda. In the next episode, we'll go into space again, I suppose. Right, tatty bye and stay safe.